Hi there guys, my name is Jacob and welcome back to the channel. Now unfortunately for anybody who has got solar panels and a battery and you're with Octopus Energy, then today's news is not going to be good news, so I apologise in advance for that. But that is because Octopus Energy have just announced their new rates going forward from, I think it's March 1st, and these rates are for Intelligent Octopus Go, regular Octopus Go, and then the outgoing Octopus export tariff. So any solar that you export to the grid, yes, that tariff is sadly changing. So the Intelligent Octopus Go is moving from 7 pence off peak rate to 7.5 pence. So not a massive move, but still it's going in the wrong direction. And the same for Octopus Go, regular Octopus Go. That is moving from 8.5 pence to 9 pence. So that is the rate that we all kind of charge our cars, charge our batteries. Maybe, you put the washing on or the dishwasher, that kind of overnight cheap rate. It's becoming slightly more expensive. Now, don't get me wrong, half a penny, it's not going to make the world a difference, but it's going in the wrong direction and it's going to make things a little bit more expensive. Now I'll move on to the export tariff rate, and this one is, that's the real sour note for me that I wish I didn't have to tell you guys, but unfortunately the outgoing Octopus tariff is moving from a flat rate of 15 pence per kilowatt to 12 pence per kilowatt, which is, I guess, about 20% reduction. So that is, that's the real one that I wish wasn't happening, but unfortunately it is. And as I say, that is from March 1st. Now, I believe anybody who's currently on those tariffs, so existing customers, our rates are not going to change right now. They will change, I assume, sometime in March, but I don't think they've quite clarified that yet. But for any new sign-ups, I believe you will go on to those new rates. That is my interpretation of it anyway. But yeah, so those are the new rates. So, it's a half a pence increase for the overnight off peak energy, and unfortunately a 3 pence reduction in the export, which, as I said, I'm disappointed in that. But I honestly can't say I'm overly surprised, but it's still disappointing nevertheless. If you're with a different energy company and, those rates have changed too, or, let me know down in the comments, what rates you're getting from other energy companies, because I'd be really interested to know whether Octopus's rates are fair and they're kind of matching the rest of the market, or whether they have kind of reduced lower than other competitors. I would be really interested to know. So if you could let me know down in the comments, that'd be great. But yeah, as I said, it's not particularly surprising. I think this has been coming for a while, and I quite often get comments on my videos saying, that 15 pence per kilowatt export rate is not going to last. And I know that, I knew that when I first signed up to have solar panels. I knew it wasn't a forever thing. And as rates go up and down, that rate, of course, is going to change. Sadly, it's now changed for the worse, and it is reducing. But who knows, how that will change over time. I assume it will go down over time. I don't really expect it to go up. With all the renewables that are going to be coming online over the next few years and the next decade or so, the hope would be that energy becomes cheaper for everyone. And of course, that means that export rate is going to have to come down, because if energy becomes cheaper to buy, then of course it has to be cheaper to sell back to the grid as well. That's just how it works. But, I've had my solar panels for just over a year now, and I have made very good use of the export tariff. And of course, I plan to make very good use of the 12 pence per kilowatt from March going forward. It's not really going to change how I use my system at all. It just means that ultimately I'm going to make a little bit less on my monthly export figures going forward. And, those figures I always share with my audience every single month. So if you're a regular viewer, you will know what those figures are. But yeah, I just wanted to break this news to you guys because it's important for anybody who's got a solar panel and battery system and you're with Octopus, then this is going to directly affect you. So let me know down in the comments what you think. I'm assuming, most people are going to be pretty disappointed, and, I can only apologise for having to break that news. But I just saw it, on the internet, and I thought I'll get this out to my audience as quick as I can. So let me know down in the comments what you think of this, and if you made it this far in the video, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and guys, I'll catch you in the next one.